Okay, so I've been keeping an eye on this report for a while, and I was debating whether or not to talk about it or not, but I might as well because it's one of these stories that is so unique and so shrouded in mystery, and people are still constantly talking about it, still constantly referencing it, still parroting it in some form or fashion that I just can't help but talk about this. I'm referring to Jimmy Hoffa. As you all know, Hoffa is a very powerful, was a very powerful Teamsters boss who disappeared and then I believe in the late 1950s. No, I'm sorry, he disappeared in 1975, and since then there's been this huge search for his remains. Where is he? Where was he buried? A couple of my friends said he's probably buried somewhere within the structure of Giant Stadium, although I think pretty much that's been eradicated very quickly since they tore it down to some farm somewhere in upstate New York. Just random places. And they, from according to reports, they recently tried again to find his remains. According to reports, it says here the police find no dismembered remains when they search Friday for a long missing laborer strongman, Jimmy Hoffa. Police Chief James Berlin has commented. There were soil samples taken beneath a storage shed outside of a suburban Detroit home. Which is kind of interesting, nevertheless, it went to the lab of the Michigan State University. Officials are expected to announce by Monday night if they found evidence bearing out the Teamsters' claim that he saw what apparently been the body being buried at that site in the day after the former Teamsters chief disappeared in 1975. Here's the thing, I really don't know if that's the person it is. I don't think that is, and I don't think anybody else who's been paying attention, sorry about that, has been paying attention to what's been going on with the Jimmy Hoffa situation, even believed that he was buried in Michigan. And to be honest with you, I don't think they're ever going to find him. I don't think it's one of those things they're going to be chasing a ghost. The mob, pretty much, if that was the case, that he pretty much got wiped out by the mob, they pretty much did a good job of making sure he was never found and never will be found. In all, it's still kind of intriguing how people are still talking about this guy, especially since so many things have been made about him, both good and bad. To me, I only found out from word of mouth. My grandmother told me about the stuff that was happening in that time period. She was around during that time period. Movies was made around it, which I didn't see. And just, believe it or not, and Unsolved Mysteries have mentioned Jimmy Hoffa to a degree. So it's so much, he became pretty much of a legend within itself. And in terms of him being found, I don't think they're ever going to find him. That's just me. But who knows? This may turn out to be their lucky day. They actually may find and put the rest of this unsolved question of what happened to Jimmy Hoffa. But for me, if you want my opinion, I don't think they're ever going to find him. I really don't. But nevertheless, it's still interesting how authorities are still trying to find the remains of Jimmy Hoffa, even well after his disappearance in 1975. So it's something that people are still hanging on to. It's something that people are still making some sort of reference to, whether movies or TV shows. And I'm kind of curious if they do ever find his body, will those references pretty much finally put to rest, or will he become a bigger legend than what he's already is? My guess is, I think that the more that they don't find him, the more people will continue to talk about it in some shape or fashion. But that's just my opinion. I'll leave the link below to the reports. You guys can come up with your own decisions, come up with your own opinions. But for me, I just think that they're chasing a phantom ghost, and they will not, I repeat, not find Jimmy Hoffa alive again. But that's just my opinion. For now, I'll leave a link. But until next time, this is Jason the 7 saying take care, and I'll talk to you soon.